Hi, I'm Sue Sylvanians and I make videos about Sylvanian families, also known as Calico critters. And today I have the details of the newest Japanese kuji or lottery. It has a dessert theme and is called Happy Sweets. The proper name for this is the Kirakira Kuji, which in English translates as the glittering lottery or sparkling lottery. The Sylvanian ones take place across a chain of stores across Japan called Family Mart, which is a kind of 24-hour convenience store or company. The kuji is running from the 23rd of August and the lottery tickets will cost 820 yen each, which comes with a guaranteed win of one of the prizes. These type of lotteries are very popular in Japan, and how this one works is that each participating store has 70 prizes split across them, with fewer of these A, B and C prizes, which are larger, and more of these E, F and G prizes. The G prize is a mystery bag. And then once all 70 tickets have been bought and the prize is collected, the person who bought the last ticket gets this last chance prize, which is a set of 3 baby keychains. I will go through all the items in this lottery in closer detail in a moment, but as it's the 5th one to be held in this format, I thought it could be helpful to have a quick reminder of the previous lotteries. So in August 2021, there was the Dreamy Parade, and the tickets were 660 yen each. Almost all the items in this set were just recolours of existing items, and it's very pink. The next year had an undersea theme to coincide with the release of the Baby Mermaid Castle. These tickets were 680 yen each, but had more unique items like the blind bag series. The Kuji in August 2023 was my favourite lottery and has a woodland adventure theme. This was officially called Let's Play in the Secret Forest and has a wonderful, natural, folksy aesthetic. The tickets increased in price again to 730 yen. And last year in 2024 was the Delicious Parade, where tickets were 750 yen each. This had a food theme and the main prize was a recolour of the ice cream van. So that brings us to 2025 and the 40th anniversary of Sylvanian Families. I had hoped there would be a historical theme, but unfortunately that isn't the case. It looks a bit similar to last year's Delicious Parade, but with more of a dessert theme. And as with all the lotteries, there are 8 different prizes and some with variations within. So the A prize is this, a donut wagon with a little willow deer baby. It's called the Delicious Donut Wagon Happy Sweets version. This is obviously a recolour of what we know in the UK as the Dip Dip Donut Wagon, and whereas that is pink and yellow coloured, this Kuji one is blue and a paler pink shade. Otherwise it looks fairly familiar with the main trike wagon piece. Then that can pull along the extra cart with a frying station which has that teeny parasol. There's obviously donuts to stock this wagon as well, and they look like this. And compared to the regular one, the donuts look the same between the two styles, but there looks to be different colours of the frosting and the toppers. In terms of figures, this Kuji one comes with baby Lucia Willow wearing a donut inspired outfit. I love that her ear accessory looks like a donut. It also looks like a puffy donut on the bottom and is super cute. Now obviously as a baby she shouldn't run this wagon on her own, and in the usual donut wagon it comes with dear mother Primrose Willow, who I think makes much more sense, but they do actually look like a good team too. The next prize is the B prize, which is this duo of Freya and Creme, the chocolate rabbit sisters, called the Fruitcake Pear Set. They're wearing pretty pink check dresses which have a cake theme. On their skirts it looks like a cream filling with fruit. I think I can see orange segments and slices of kiwi and strawberries. These do look like old-fashioned waitress outfits with the lacy apron and little hat ear accessory. Then the C prize is similar, but with husky siblings Pauline and Linnea. Their outfits are more chocolate and banana inspired, and they're called the Chocolate Cake Pear Set. The bottom half of their outfits is kind of a balloon skirt, looking more puffed out, and up top it's layered with a brown check fabric, pink bow tie, and some brown kind of drip shapes. Then they both have little brown felt hats with a checkered bow, and I think these are called a pork pie style. These 3 costume babies make up the D prize, and they are called the Baby Parfait Trio. On the left we have Lara Alpine, the snow leopard, who has a bright citrus outfit, with what looks like multicoloured slices of grapefruit along the dress. There's also a hot pink bow in the centre of her dress, so it looks super vibrant against her white fur. And completing the outfit is a mini hat looking like another slice of pink grapefruit. The other regular baby is Maru Curly the cat. Her outfit is a similar shape but with kiwi and blueberry illustrations rather than grapefruit, Her hat almost looks like a partially peeled kiwi with some of the brown skin remaining. And the final figure in this trio is newborn fennec fox Ali. His costume is more of a pouch and it looks like a fruit parfait with lots of strawberries. I really like the ruffle around Ali's neck and I assume he's just wearing a gown underneath. These are my favourite of the Kuji sets I've spoken about so far because Lara and Maro aren't in as many sets and they would look adorable beside an ice cream shop or at a restaurant. Getting the E prize would get you one of these 4 mini vehicles called the Baby Sweets car. 2 of them look like shrunk down versions of the donut trike, and the other 2 are a mini version of the ice cream wagon. They obviously have less details than the proper ones as they're sized for babies. The pink donut wagon looks like the A prize, and a fun Easter egg is that the blue ice cream wagon looks like the A prize from last year's Kuji, which was a wagon with a seal theme. These can all connect together and to the big wagon, and it shows that 2 babies can fit in the mini donut wagon. The middle cars in this parade chain are the F prize. They are called the Baby Sweets car roll cake, and like the previous prize, you'll only get 1, but there are 6 types, all in different colours. There's pink and purple with a swirl, then green with a kiwi graphic, pale yellow with a strawberry, brown with a banana, and an orange one in both the colour and the fruit. These look similar to the roll cake from the Baby Baking Party blind bag series, but a slightly different mould without the removable ears. They do look very cute though, and I like that they can fit regular sized babies too, like this. Those 2 babies are part of the G prize, which is a blind bag. So if you were to win this prize in the lottery, it would be a surprise who you get. But in this case, I don't think it's too bad as they're all adorable. We have either Ed or Cherry Checkers, who's one of the bulldog newborn triplets. He's wearing a macaroon outfit made of a fuzzy blue fabric, and there's even a matching hat on his teeny tiny ear. In the middle is one of the giraffe babies, who are named Brie and Bran Highbranch. They're a cupcake, I think, based on the massive ear accessory. And they also have a pink fuzzy romper, which has the kind of frosting drips we've seen on some of the other costumes. On the right is one of the waddle penguin babies as an ice cream sundae. So they have a pink cherry hat and outfit which looks like sprinkles over the ice cream. The second row of figures has a very unexpected baby with one of the snow fairy birds, who is possibly an ice cream dessert as well. I think the hat looks like mint choc chip ice cream and the scarf is like a waffle cone perhaps. Beside them is a newborn cove sea otter, either Kaylee or Courtney. They're a creme caramel pudding with a pink pom-pom headpiece like a cherry, and this outfit reminds me of Sanrio pom-pom purin. I love the next costume, which is a pancake being worn by latte cat Pino Fontana. The pancake has a blob of butter on, as well as cat ears and whiskers, and I think his little arms poking out look so cute. And the final known figure is Lumi Alpine, who's a sitting snow leopard baby girl. I'm not 100% sure what her costume is, so we'd love to know what you think. It does look more of a brown shade in this photo, and maybe there's white sugar sprinkled on the hat. Then for the mystery figure, we just have an outline, which gives us no clue as to what baby it is. But their costume is maybe a smaller version of Pino's pancake, and it's newborn size, so maybe it could be one of the latte cat newborns? I don't know. This series is really fun, and the costumes do all look pretty detailed, except for maybe Pino's, but I can forgive that as it's so fun. So those were all the named prizes, but lotteries also have a last chance or closeout prize, which you can win by buying the last ticket of each store's lottery. So the one for this range are these key rings, which look like a baby inside of a crepe, and they come all together and are called the Baby Crepe Trio. All the babies are newborn sized, so there's Kai Willow, Carla Fontana, and one of the little snow fairy birds. Their crepes all look slightly different as well. Kai's is more purpley and he has 2 pom-poms on his ear. Carla's looks strawberry flavoured and she has a teeny strawberry on her ear. Then our little bird is chocolate and banana and has a creme caramel pudding hat. As always, the closeout prize is really special, and if you want to get your hands on it secondhand, it will probably sell for quite a high price. The lottery starts in Family Mart stores in Japan on the 23rd of August, and there are some restrictions which are listed on the mini site, which I've put through translation here. Hopefully the limit of 5 purchases per transaction stops resellers from getting them all immediately, but I won't hold my breath. I read on a press release that 92% of the tickets last year were sold on the first day, so if you are in Japan and want to take part in the Kuji, you have to be fast. In previous years, the lottery items have been re-released again at Forest House stores and other Sylvanian-related shops, and actually the 2024 one just had another re-release as well earlier this summer. I haven't read any confirmation about that happening for this year, but I hope it will do because that was always a good time to check resellers. And finally, as with last year, there's another promotion running where you can take a lottery ticket stub to participating retailers and get this baby. Here's Ryan Persian in a strawberry ice cream outfit. It looks the same as the Snow Fairy bird from the blind bags, just with a different ice cream flavour. Overall, it's always fun to see what they go for with the Kuji lottery, and the desserts theme is nicely done throughout all the sets. It's also great that there are some more unique babies included too, like the snowbirds and curly cat. I could have maybe done with not quite as many vehicles, but the mini donut wagon and ice cream vans are darling. I can see some similarities between this Kuji and last year's. While that one was a generic delicious food parade theme, it did still have some sweet items in, especially the last chance prize in the bottom left. Maybe having a different theme between these two rather than one after another would have been good, as I have read some disappointment that they are so alike. And I had hoped that Sylvanian Families would have played into the 40th anniversary theme more for this Kuji too, like bringing back babies from iconic older families, which did seem like a possibility, as we have been seeing Wildwood Brown Rabbit babies a couple of times, but unfortunately they didn't choose to go down that route. So that's everything about the 2025 Sylvanian Families Kuji in Japan. I'd love to know what you think of this theme and if you'll be trying to get any of the items. I think I could be tempted by a few, so let's chat in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching this video. If you like Sylvanian Families content, then subscribe to my channel as I post videos every week about everything Sylvanian, including unboxings, hauls, and news and announcements like this.